What's up, guys? Watchman here, and I'm going to do another browsing video, right, of wristwatches, luxury wristwatches that you can get between the price ranges of 3,000 and 4,000 US dollars. Of course, I'm back into my favorite watch browser, Watch Recon, right, which will search all the watch forums on the internet and show me all the listings. Right, so over here I set the min price to 3,000, max to 4,000. Okay, so let's take a look. What do we have here? Okay, right off the bat, 26 minutes ago, right, you got the Omega Speedmaster, first one in space, FOIS, I assume. And would I buy this watch at 39.50? Nah, probably not. I think it's just about just $1,000. You're paying $1,000 premium for something that doesn't look like the original. It's an homage watch. I mean, if you really like the look, great, because the original vintage one is going to cost you into the tens or maybe 20s, 10, 20, $30,000. Right, so if you really like the look, but in my opinion, I think you're better off just sticking to the, to the twisted lug original Speedmaster with 861 or 1861 movement. Don't spend more than 3,000 for a Speedmaster. Okay, now you have Panerai. Okay, if you like Panerai, I guess, you have IWC, Mach 18. Cool watch too, right? It's a nice watch, but like I said, you could get the Mach 16 for about 2,500. So do you want to spend another, $1,300 for a Heritage made out of titanium, fancy materials? I don't think so. I'd rather just stick to the Mach 16. Same watch, same look. Save yourself some cash. Watches are expensive. Let's not spend unnecessarily for essentially the same product, same item. Right, I'd stay away from this brand new in box Tag Heuer one. It's nothing. I wouldn't buy that. Okay, Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Now that's a pretty nice watch, right? It's only 34 mil. If you're a guy with slimmer wrists, you're a slim guy, you can pull it off. But this would be like it's a really nice watch actually. The Oyster Perpetual and. Breitling Super Ocean Heritage, probably not. So far I think the Oyster Perpetual is the one to get. But if you're a bigger guy, then let's keep on moving. Look at this. You got a vintage Navitimer. I think this is pretty decent buying right here. 33.50 for 806 twin jet manual wine. I think these, in my opinion, are pretty undervalued, right? The vintage Navitimers are quite a beautiful watch. I've seen one up close in person, and they just have a really nice charm, right? If you're someone into aviation, I think vintage aviation, I think the Navitimer is the one to go for. Of course, you got a Tudor Pelagos. That's always a good, reliable watch. You got a Speedmaster Broad Arrow. Yeah, that's okay, right? But it could be had for cheaper. You got some Speedmasters. You got a IWC Engineer 3236. So here's something a little different, right? You want something that's not a Rolex for decent money, something a little more interesting. I think the Engineer is a pretty cool watch, right? IWC, prestigious brand. ETA movement, right? Probably easy to service, although I don't really have much. I never own an IWC, and but that's a nice watch, right? The Heuer Monaco, Heuer Monaco reissue. Let's look at this lightning. Steve McQueen watch. Okay, this I like. This one I really like from Tag Heuer. That's a beautiful watch, right? It's a reissue or homage, right? It's got date at 6 o'clock. So it's a nice watch, right? If you're a Steve McQueen fan, you want a Tag Heuer. Yeah, sorry, Tag Heuer. You want a Heuer Monaco. Yeah, I think this is a really good watch to go for. You know, because it's just so cool. I think they've executed it really well in terms of paying tribute to the original and having modern technical advancements right with the date feature. And of course you got Speedmasters and what is this? Stay away from the Speedmaster reduced automatic. Stay away from the Omega Constellation, Breitling Avenger. You could get a Datejust, right? It's a simple, elegant Datejust. You know, if you're someone who's getting into the watch hobby, right? And you want to get into Rolex. I think the Datejust is the way to go. Try to go for the 5-digit Datejust because they tend to be, well, they will have the quick set feature for the date, and you know, it's a good watch, right? A Datejust. You know, I'm very impartial towards the Datejust. It's a good watch. It's very versatile, but to me, it's a good watch, right? It doesn't get me excited. It doesn't excite me very much. I mean, it's pretty. It's like a BMW 3 Series, right? Nice car, but nothing quite special. Nothing, you know. Yeah, it's a good watch. Can't say very much about it, especially at this price point, 3,200. It's a good way to go. Where you can get into Panerai, Omega Seamaster 300, coaxial. That's a nice looking watch. 41 millimeter, I think. Yeah, that's okay. Tudor Pelagos, left-handed with a bit of red text, a little gimmicky in my opinion, but yeah, that's kind of cool too. It's got like some vintage look to it, and you got Omega Seamaster 300 Watch Co. I believe Watch Co is just a company which kind of assembles it together. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. I haven't really done much research on it, but if you're interested in the vintage Omega Seamaster 300, please research a bit about Watchco, right? I think they're just a company. I don't think they're really affiliated with Omega, but they just kind of put things together and sell it. Maybe someone can let me know more about Watchco, right? Not too familiar, so I won't pass too much comment, but I know that they are a separate entity from Omega. Here, right, you got more Rolex Datejust 16220. I think those are pretty good buying. They're safe, right? It's a safe choice, right? Yes, it's a little bit boring, but you know, if you're looking to safeguard uh, your money spent, right? It is a store of value, right? The Rolex Datejust will definitely hold its value, right? You're not going to lose money on the Rolex Datejust because it's so ubiquitous. It is the measuring stick for luxury watches, right? But let's see what else is really interesting. Oh, look at this Jaeger LeCoultre Master Ultra Thin, 34 mil. Now this watch is really stunning. I mean, it's a connoisseur's watch. Right? Look at that movement. It's so thin, so thin. And unfortunately, right, we live in the era where not many people wear dress watches anymore, and this is just classic. It's so people just don't dress up anymore, you know, for occasions that require just a time-only dress watch with no seconds hand, no date, simply elegant, so thin. You know, it's a gentleman's watch, right? Unfortunately, in today's society, we're no longer looking to be gentlemanly. We want to be really masculine, and where people want big size sporty watches like this Bremont. You know, I'd stay away from that. What the hell is Speak Marin? My goodness. Zenith El Primero, yeah, it's okay. You know, El Primeros, They're really great chronographs. I'd stay away from the Omega Aquaterra. Oyster Perpetuals are always a great watch. You know, I think you gotta decide between the Oyster Perpetual and the Datejust. I would pick either one, whatever you like, right? See IWC Mark 15. I guess people like this one because it's most true to form, but I think it's a little expensive. Just get the Mark 16 for $500-600 less. Vintage Hoya Regatta, that's kind of cool, but not really to my liking. Some vintage Hoyas, and of course you have a Black Bay ETA movement. Wow, these things really went up in price. I guess now that they have been discontinued. Wow, look at this, guys, 3,800. I remember these could have been had for $2,000, but now it's wow, 3,800 for the ETA Black Bay. That's that's the watch market, guys, right? You know, everyone always wants like in-house movement, but now the ETA seems to have appreciated in value. Look at this, 3,600. What the heck? People were selling this for less than 2,000. I'd say about 3 years ago. But that's the watch market. That's a surprise for me, actually. So it's kind of nice to always take a look, see what's out there. Heritage Black Bay chronograph. I'd rather get a Speedmaster. Blancpain 50 fathoms. This is unique. GMT. For $4,000. Let's see. Well, this guy was asking 5,350 initially. Now it's kind of it's kind of dropped all the way down to 4,000. And well, this guy took a bath in this watch. I can't imagine what this would have cost brand new. Excuse me, guys. Would I pay 4,000 for that? Probably not. Doesn't really look that great, Okay, Blancpain is a very prestigious brand, but if you go for the 50 fathoms, it has to be a dive watch. I wouldn't go for I wouldn't go for the GMT version. It's kind of like the Seamaster, right? You buy a Seamaster, it's got to be a dive watch and not a GMT watch. Navitimers, right? Breitling Navitimers, old Navitimers. I think these are the ones to go for. Great watch, right? I had one, but unfortunately it got stolen. I will never buy another Navitimer because it just brings up bad memories, and I guess people are willing to steal for Navitimers, right? There you go, another Navitimer, Montbrelan. Is that Montbrelan? No, Twin 60. That's a cool one. $3,500. Yeah, the Navitimer is great. Navitimer World, I've owned one before. It was a little too big for me at 46mm. This was when there was such a huge craze for large watches, and I bought into that hype and that craze as well. So here this guy's asking for 4,000 for a vintage Navitimer, right? There was one that was asking for a lot less. Here Datejust, right? So you got a Chopard. It's kind of cool. But so far, the watches that have really stood out for me would be the Navitimer and the Datejust. What else? I can't remember what else I said, but maybe Panerai if you're into it. Ooh, look at this. Breguet Type 20. Wow, that's a steal, really. 3,900 for a Breguet Type 20 chronograph. Right, could be had, right? I think these usually go for about in the mid fours, so if you find one at this price point, I think that's a really good deal. Rolex Datejust, lots of Datejust, Oyster Perpetual Blue. All right, stay away from Tag Heuer. Tudor Black Bay ETAs. Wow, so that is a surprise to me that that watch is appreciated by so much. Glashütte Original, Senator 60s. Not for me, you know, it looks really big. When I look at, you know, I think it's too big for a dress watch. It's probably like a 40 mil no date, which is just too big. Look at this one. Okay, like first Omega in space for 3,100. That's a pretty good deal, I guess, right? If you, yeah, that's pretty good. Good buying. So you know you can have Speedmasters, Oyster Perpetuals, modern Oyster Perpetuals, modern Datejusts, Breitling Never Timer, Breguet Type 20. You can go into IWC, Aqua Timer. Let's see what else they have. Glashütte Original. It's supposed to be a really good watch. I never owned one. I don't think it will hold its value. I think it will continue to drop. And oh, look at this one. It's pretty cool. Breitling Galactic. Oh, I think that's the Unitime. Is that World Time? That's a pretty cool watch, actually. 44 mil. Omega Railmaster is cool. I always like the Railmaster. It's alternative to your Rolex Explorer, although let's be honest now, the Explorer just kind of is far superior to the Railmaster. And let's see what else is there. Yeah, a couple of Breitlings, Glashütte Original if you're into that, but it's a little bit of a risk to buy into the Glashütte Original. I hear they make great watches, but high risk watch, right? They've been around for a couple of years, and their watches certainly have not appreciated in value. The only ones that have gone up is really Rolex and Tudor. They're just such a powerful brand. Everything else, you know, Breitlings, Omegas, yeah, Speedmaster have gone up just a little bit, but nothing compared to the almighty Rolex and Patek, of course, right? Well, let's see, you know, Nomos Zurich. That's a cool watch, but you know, like I said, right, you're kind of taking a risk to spending this much money. If you really love the watch, you know, buy it, guys. But don't expect to get your money back if you know, sometime down the road you decide that you wanted to get out of it. It'll be a tough sell, right? Really tough sell. Wow, look at this blue Datejust. This is a really beautiful watch. That's cool. I like this. The blue Datejust. So you can get, that's about it, I guess. You know, that doesn't really change much from watches up to $3,000. You know, nothing here really excites me, and unfortunately, I think for wristwatches, if you want to get something really interesting, you gotta you want to get something interesting that's not a Datejust or a Speedmaster. You kind of gotta pay. Oh, look, you can get reversals. Look at this, grand reversal 976. There we go. Okay, now we're talking. All right, so $4,000, you can get yourself a reversal with a display back. Right, 976 movement, manual wind. That's a sick watch, sweet watch. Right, so let's say, you know, you want a 3-watch collection, right? Boom, here's your dress watch, $4,000. Okay, now you want 2 other watches. Let's say you got $10,000 to, man, you want like a luxury collection, right? $10,000 here, 4,000 on a Reverso. Let's spend another 3,000 on a Speedmaster, and another $3,000 on a dive watch like a, I don't know, or even a Datejust, right? Datejust, Speedmaster, and Reverso. That's such a cool combination right there. Or have a Reverso, and you have a Speedmaster and a Tudor Black Bay. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Diver, chronograph, and your dress watch. What else do you know? That's all you need, really. So that's what I would get for 10th. Oh, look at this. You can get a Reserve de Marche. That's a really cool watch too. Really funky. Oops. Right, that's another alternative to the Reverso, right? If you want to get into a more prestigious brand, but you don't really like the Reverso, I think the Reserve de Marche is a really good way to go. So there you go. For $4,000, look, you can get Reversos. You're in Reverso territory. You're in Jaeger-LeCoultre territory. Great watch. You're in Panerai territory. So you've got options, right? You want a sick, amazing watch collection, 3-watch collection, Speedmaster, Tudor Black Bay, or Tudor Pelagos, and you get a Reverso, and you're set for life. Really, you can't go wrong with any of those pieces, and you have all your bases covered, right? Or you could go get a Rolex Explorer 2, but they seem to be a little bit more expensive. Maybe you can find one for 4,000 US dollars. Right? You get a Rolex Explorer 2, get a Speedmaster, and you get a Reverso. Boom, there you go. And you could get a Black Bay, right? So there you go. Oh, this is in euros. So, oh, there you go, this guy, right? Explorer 2 for $4,000, U series, watch only. Now, that's a good watch. That would be your best buy. By far, Rolex Explorer 2, but you can find one for $4,000. I think that's the watch to get, right? 4,000 US. So there you go, guys. There you have it. Your $4,000 budget, get the Explorer 2. There's no competitor in terms of value, bang per buck, collectability. Explorer 2. Okay, guys. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching. I'm out. Bye.